Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Thursday. I'm Leslie Watkins and I just want to check and make sure that my volume is turned all the way up. So hold on a minute while I do that. So today I wanted to make a gift card holder that would look like a beautiful little present in and of itself, but would also be flat and sized to be able to fit inside an envelope. So this is a prototype, and as you can see, it's a nice flat little envelope made of cardstock. It has a ribbon closure, and it opens up, and there's a place that you could put a gift card. So for instance, this was your gift card. You could adhere that onto there with some glue dots, slip that into its little pocket, and maybe have a little string here or something to decorate that. So that's the basic idea, but today what I wanted to do was I wanted to decorate it and dress it up a little bit and see how that would look. This color, by the way, is Lost Lagoon, and I will have all of the supplies that I used today in the description below, with a supply list link that will take you right to the list, and you can pick and choose whatever things that you think you might like for your gift card holder. Now I have some designer series paper that I want to look at, and I'm just pulling out my envelope here of all the different papers. So this is called the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper, or DSP. Hey, hold on just a minute. This is causing a commotion. Okay, this right here. Everybody see the Black Panther? Do you see how big she's gotten? Look at her. She hardly even fits on the camera anymore. Anyway, Cersei, Amelia, has turned into a very rambunctious kitten, and she seems to get activated when I go live on the camera. So I guess she's looking for a little attention. Here she is. I think you can see her paw with the extra toes. We're going to send her down, and hopefully she'll find something else to get into. Okay, so this paper has a beautiful palette of colors in it. There's basic black, blueberry bushel, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, moody mauve, pebbled path, pretty peacock, shaded spruce, and smoky slate. So I'm going to find a paper that has some of the Lost Lagoon in it. That's very pretty. So here's some little kind of pomegranate motif, and there is this beautiful design on the back, which could be very interesting in this project. Some of these I want to save. Here's another one. Okay, we'll keep that out just in case. And then I'm looking for something that has some of these botanicals on it. So I'm going to pull that out as well. So that should be plenty. So the bow will go here on the front of the envelope, and on the back, well, you have a choice. You could either decorate the back, which is what I'm going to do, or you could leave a space for a white label where you could actually write a message or stamp a sentiment. I'm going to put my message on the back of my insert so that it's inside and that this is going to be completely decorated on the outside. I'm just checking the opposite side of these papers. So this one looks like it has Misty Moonlight. I'm going to cut off a strip of this, so I'm going to measure, see what I need. The gift card envelope is 4¼ inches wide, so I'm going to go a little bit smaller, so let's say 4. I'm going to get out my trimmer. I like that. And actually what I could do is I could kind of wrap this all around. Okay, I'm going to do that. So this piece is going to measure about let's say 2¼ there. Okay, so it's going to go on that side. This is going to come around and let's make that 3. Wait a sec. Yeah, 3¼ And then finally, for this panel, let's just go with about 1 3/4. Alrighty, so there are my pieces. Now I have this piece left over that has some room for a message, which I think would be really cute on there. So again, now this time, this is a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut this to 2, let's say 2 3/4, let's try 2 7/8, see what that gives us. Perfect. All right, and then this, of course, I can save for a tag or whatever. I just check my settings, make sure you can see me. And that looks like it's working. And there's Ginger and Beverly. Hello, ladies. How are you all today? I hope you're having a nice day. It's another beautiful autumn day here where I am. Now, I have a lot of punches that some are current, some are not. And I'm just going to go ahead and round the corners on this piece. And then let's get these arranged. So this one, I'm going to do, I have to look at it this way. good. And if you don't have the punches that I'm using, then you can just use your snips and cut a nice little bevel cut, and that will look very pretty. Okay, my big panel for the back. If you're interested in the measurements, there will be a class coming right up. I think this goes this way. That will include a complete PDF with all the measurements and instructions, as well as the how-to videos. So stay tuned for that. And the way you learn more about all of the online classes and how to get these PDFs and instructions is on or in notes from Dandelion Cottage, and that is my that's my newsletter that I'm able to let you know about all the things that I have coming right up. Now this one, I did put a thumb hole in, but I'm not sure that I put it exactly in the middle, so I'm just going to kind of line that up, and I'm going to mark with my pencil so I can find it. You could, of course, apply all your papers before you assemble your envelope, which would probably be an easier way to go about doing this, but because I was still working out all the proportions, I'm doing it a little bit backwards. You know, most of the time when I come on live to you, I'm doing something for the first time. So if it's one of my paintings or a paper crafting project, you are watching the entire design process, which I think is kind of interesting. I know I like to see that and hear how people are thinking about what they're doing throughout the process. So sometimes I have a pre-made or an idea, a pretty strong idea of what it is I'm going to be doing, but a lot of times it's we're figuring it out together. Alright, so I just need to get my little ribbon hole here, so I'm going to line that up. There's my, so this is the side of, well, you know, it's really up to you. You could do it either way. So the card, the gift card could be adhered to the front like that, or the back. You could have a decorative paper on either side, or you could have the decorative paper on one side and then just have a little piece of the white cardstock to put your message. I think that looks kind of nice like that. So that would slip in there just so. And then we have our ribbon. So this is that, I'm loving this ribbon. I'm not sure if it's on, if it's orderable right now or not. It's called the Sheer Ribbon, silver and white, and it looks so pretty with these colors, these kind of wintry colors. And what I would do is I would just run it through there to hold it in place. Tie a bow. And what's so pretty about this ribbon is that it's sheer enough that it shows the pattern of the paper behind it, but then on the edges it has that beautiful silver sparkle, which just gives it such a nice kind of a wintry look. So there is the envelope with some paper, but we're not done yet. I have a lot of these beautiful die cuts that I used the Magical Meadow die set. So what I would do is I would find a couple of odds and ends. So let's see what we've got here. Probably want to trim this ribbon, but I'm not going to trim it just yet because I'm going to be opening and closing it. So I've got these kind of balsam branches. So let's see, this is a pretty peacock. I want some Lost Lagoon. There's my Lost Lagoon. That's so pretty. Okay, and then maybe a little bit, there's just a little bit of this Moody Mauve in the paper. So I've got some bits and pieces. Some of these die cuts have been trimmed down and used elsewhere, which I'm actually going to show you in just a minute. I kind of like those two, and maybe pick up a little bit of that. Okay, all right, let's move these things aside. I'll give you a closer look. Whoa, 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 come back. Okay, my overzealous zoom button. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my bow, and this is the area that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet because these die cuts are so fine that I'm going to have to just dot them with a little bit of glue and then blot it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I have a paper towel here. I'm going to take off the excess. All right, and then this is going to go, this is going to sweep across my flap like so. Next, I'm going, now let's see, which way is the right side and the wrong side. Okay. This one is Misty Moonlight. And then finally, my Moody Mauve piece. And I don't think I'm going to use the whole thing. Well, maybe I will. Okay, I'm going to go all the way here. Because I want a little bit on both sides. So I think that'll work a little better. Okay, so there is my foliage. I'll give that a little bit of a burnish. Move the sticky stuff out of the way. Now we can put the ribbon back through. Bring that around. All right, that's not a very good bow. Let's try that again. I think I need to have one a little bit longer. The hardest part is always the bow tying. Okay. Part of the problem is if I have glue on my fingers, so it's just making it a little bit sticky for the ribbon. There we go. It's kind of cute. All right, now I'll trim this end a little bit. And finally, we need a little bit of bling. So I've got my iridescent rhinestone basic jewels, and these have a lot of iridescent sparkle to them. Let's pull them out of the package so you can see them better. So I think you can see there's a lot of sparkle, and they look so pretty with this beautiful ribbon. So I'm going to put a big one medium, and a little. See that right there. Okay, and of course, if you wanted to add a little tag, you could do that as well. So for those of you who were watching yesterday, I showed you the water-based inks that I was using as colors in my winter palette for some of these projects. And I did make a few little odds and ends, so let me get those out to show you. So here is the tag that I made using the largest of the tailor-made tags, and I added some of the die cuts, some of those beautiful iridescent gems, and also I have some of the gold metallic enamel effects. So this is the stuff that comes in a set of copper, silver, and gold, and you just put a little drop on the project, and then you have to put it aside to let dry. So I did that. This is dried overnight, so this is nice and dry. And the painting was done on the Fluid 100, but then I backed it with another piece of the Lost Lagoon so that it was a nice sturdy tag. With the scrap piece of the painting, I used the deckled edged rectangles to cut out the remaining bit of the painting, and then I cut a slightly larger mat so that I had a two-tone effect, so the pretty peacock and the Lost Lagoon, and I backed that with the Very Vanilla. This is the Misty Moonlight, and then the tag opens to have a little place to write your message on the inside. And this is the jute trim that came with the In Colors 2325 In Colors. So that you can see all these things look very nice together. And then with the scrap things I had left over, I just made these other little tags. Okay, this is the Wild Wheat and the Misty Moonlight, and then this one is backed with the Very Vanilla for a message. And these are using also the metallic enamel effects. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of this stuff, but that's the silver and the gold, so you can see them both there. So that's what I've got for you today. I'm just working out all my ideas and designs for an assortment of Christmas things that I'll be using as stocking stuffers, and also to be bringing with me when I go to people's houses for Thanksgiving and visiting and all the wonderful things we have coming up. I hope that gave you some ideas. If you do make something like this, I'd love to see what you do. Please share it in the Dandelion Paper Pal group. If you're not a member of the Dandelion Paper Pals, just leave a comment below so I recognize your name, and then do a search on Facebook for the Dandelion Paper Pals and ask to be invited in, and I will let you in. And that is where you can post and share your projects that have been inspired by something that I may have shown you here. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just going to go over here and see if there's any questions before I sign off. Hey, there's Deb. Hey, Deb, good to see you. And Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte is feeling inspired. I'm so glad, Charlotte. That is what I do this for. That's what it's all about. So I'm glad that that you're thinking about making beautiful things to share with people. Ginger loves the colors. I do too. And what Beverly says she has to get something. I wonder what it is. What is it that you don't have, Bev, that you want to get today? You know, today's the last day of the sale, everybody. Hopefully, I'm scrolling down through here. Hopefully, there are still some things left in the inventory that you're interested in, because it sells out really fast. But there is a wonderful sale going on right now. 20% off papers, ribbons. I think the ribbon is maybe 10 or 15%, and then also on what's the other thing? Paper, ribbon, something else, I forget. Anyway, there's a lot of things on sale, and so you'll want to go to my online store and check that out. I will be including the link below, and urge you to stock up on whatever you need for your holiday stocking stuffers, because I'm going to be coming on with a lot of different ideas for you. Stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.